A very good evening to all of you. Welcome to another YouTube live session with me, Surjit Kakkar. Today is Monday, 31st of August 2020. I actually wanted to do the session at about 9 p.m. but was a little occupied. That's why it got shifted to 10, and I think it's gonna be 10 p.m. Moving ahead. And like I said, this is the first week. Well, I'll just try to experiment with this. Let's see how it goes, and I want to keep these sessions very short and crisp. So that is why one chat is disabled, because if I enable the chat, then we get into the Q&As. So I just strictly want to focus on whatever the trading scripts you are asking me to look into, and we'll quickly look into those scripts and we'll be ending the session. So before we get started, let's get done with the formalities. So make sure you people go through the disclosure, which talks about the representation, the risk disclosure, risk involved in the market, and also about the copyrights. Now, before we start with the daily analysis, let's first understand how can you request for the script. So this is what you need to do. You'll come to my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Surjit Kakkar. Once you come to my YouTube channel, you'll click on the community button tab, and here you can see, I had posted this, and this is where you can post your request. So for tomorrow's session, which is going to be 1st of September, I've already posted here. So all you need to do is just click on the comments, and then you can leave your comment, but you have to follow certain rules. Example, like here you can see Vikram has posted multiples, so this will not be included. Similarly, here you can see Sham has posted multiples, this will not be included, but Chetan has only given the name of the script, this will be included. So if you have to give two scripts, then you'll have to post it twice, but only the script name should be there. If there is anything else other than the script name, then it's not gonna be included in the list. And yes, all the requests which we get by 6 p.m. that is what we will be including in the list. So if I just go back as an example, if you can see today, for today's session, we got quite a few requests, but can you see this is where we have Kotak Bank and McDowell, so you had to post it individually, so therefore these two are not included. Again, you have multiple not included, this is definitely included. Again, you have extra text, therefore it will not be included, this is definitely included, this is definitely included, definitely included. So again, after Cipla, you have extra text. So just make sure you're not putting in any extra text, only the name of the script. And if it is multiple scripts, just post it multiple times. That is all you need to do. This will ensure that whatever request you are putting in, that will be included on this wheel, which we will be using to select a script randomly. So let's do that. Let's bring up our wheel and let's randomly select a script for today. So let's click on this and see what do we have. So we have okay, so name of the script is Mark Sons, right? So let's see, do we have any script with this name? So this I can remove. Let's go back and let's see. So yes, we do have. Alright, so let's see what do we have. Where are the key demand and supply areas on this script? So if you're looking for supply, we can see prices are almost in a weekly supply area for now, right? Though this monthly. So this is the monthly chart. So though this monthly has been tested once, tested twice, thrice, we came pretty deep into it again this month, and we started getting a reaction from this. Let's mark it as our supply zone. So currently, yes, we are reacting from this monthly supply. And if you talk about monthly demand, it's pretty far away, somewhere around here, right? So for this session, I'll be starting with the monthly chart. Now, if you move on to the weekly, you can see this is also where, let me do this, because what is going to happen is these are getting replicated. Let's make our charts a little neat. Let's remove everything. I'll disable this tool, and then I'll start marking it so that the zones, they do not get replicated on the next time frame. Which will keep the charts a little neat. And even if you talk about this demand, I'll say yes, not a very good structure, but yes, it's a monthly chart. Probably I can mark this as we drill down. Maybe we might be able to find something good here. So yes, we are reacting from this monthly supply. It has already been tested quite a few times this month. Again, it got tested. Now coming to the weekly chart, we don't have any structure of supply as of now. And if you're looking for your demand is a little far away, which is this rally-based rally. So that is where you have your area of demand in the weekly. And if you're talking about your weekly supply zone, yes, we do have these weekly supplies which have been tested multiple number of times, but again, it brings us back to the same area which we analyzed on the monthly. So again, doesn't make sense marking it twice. Moving on to the daily time frame, it has a lot of room to move down. So specifically, in case it starts moving down, You can see we don't have any nice area of demand, probably unless and until we reach around 38.75, right? So we have a demand zone which is somewhere around here, but again I'll say not something which is quality. And if you talk about supply, we do have a newly formed supply area which is right just above, which is right here, right? So that is where you have your daily supply and your daily demand. Now moving on to the next time frame, which is going to be the 60 minutes chart. On 60 minutes chart, do I see any nice supply zone? So we do have a supply area here, though I'm not very happy with the structure. But as we move on to the next time frame, if we find something really good, absolutely yes, we can keep an eye on this. Otherwise this would be a better zone to look at, right? So we do have these two areas of supply. We don't have any demand areas anywhere close by, which again tells us in case it starts moving down, yes, there's definitely a lot of room for this to move down. Now coming down to the 15 minutes, like I said, if I was able to find something nice somewhere around here, we could have looked into it, but you know, on the 15 minutes it doesn't look really nice. So I'm definitely more inclined towards this zone which we have on the top. We don't have anything below which we can look into. So yes, those are the areas of demand and supply. In fact, you know, we also have this supply, but this is going to be the same one which we have already marked in the 60 minutes. So yes, it has a little bit of room to move down. And talking about some trading opportunities, the supplies are a little far away. Let's see if we have anything on the 5 minutes chart. On the 5 minutes chart, we definitely had a structure of supply which got formed today, but it was tested the same day. And now since it is tested, we can't even look into it. We do have this supply above, which again I'll add is more of a structure of a pivot. But yes, if you want to be on the a little aggressive side, want to take it as a confirmation trade, you can definitely look into it. So I'll add it to my list, because what we'll do is we'll track it until the weekend, and again, you know, the next from next Monday we'll again start with the fresh list. That is what we'll be doing. So every day I do a session, we will see what we marked in the past. Did the prices they come back to those areas? Did those areas work out? Did they didn't work out? So we'll be tracking them as well. So yes, that basically covers Muxons, and like I said, you know, I'll be taking about 2 or maybe 3 scripts. Let's see what do we have next. Let's spin the wheel again and let's pick another script. So probably I'll try to do 2 or 3, right? That is what we'll be doing. All right, so the next one is Andhra Medical. No. Okay, so that probably is your username. So let's copy this one, and let's see, IBL Housing, I guess it was IBL Housing Finance. You are right. Okay, so if you're looking at this, yes, we are getting close to this monthly supply which just got tested probably 2 months ago. We are getting a reaction from there as of now. Demand is a little far away. So we are still a little closer to the monthly, still closer to the monthly supply. Demand is right here, right? So that's a structure of rally based drop. That's a structure of drop based rally. Moving on to the weekly chart. On the weekly chart, if we look into this, supply is a little higher, somewhere around here, right? And if you talk about demand, ugly looking, but yes, this is where we have our area of demand, right? So let's mark this. So if I zoom out, it's ugly looking, but yes, that's where you have your area of demand. Now moving on to the next time frame, which is going to be my daily chart. Let's see what do we have on the daily. On the daily, yes, today itself we had a formation of a supply zone, so let's mark this as our supply. And if you're looking for demand, we do have this drop based rally. Prices are as of now testing that area, so we can mark this because it's a drop base and the prices they moved up. It's a structure of a drop based rally. We are inside of that zone, so as of now the demand and supply are pretty close by. We'll have to wait and watch, wait for one of them to get violated, and eventually we can expect prices either to move down or it can move up. Otherwise it can remain range bound, so we'll have to wait for it. But yes, after this, if you're looking for something which is really nice, is somewhere around here, right? That is where you have a nice area of demand. Anyways, so that is where we have supply, that is where we have demand. Moving on to the next time frame, which is going to be my hourly chart. On the hourly chart, on the demand side, I don't see anything which is quality anywhere close by. On the supply side, yes, we do have this area. Probably we can keep an eye on this. Let me see, where is the zone? Let me first draw it, and then I'll see where we are when it comes to the supply zone. Alright, so this is where we have our supply. Let's just bring back all other charts. Oops, I don't want to move this, right? And if you're looking at this area, acceptable, right? It's a nice area. You can keep an eye on this, right? So you can keep an eye on this. Definitely looks good. That is what I like on this 60 minutes. On the demand side, I actually don't like anything. Now moving on to the next one, which is 15 minutes. Yes, we do have this as our area of supply, so you can keep an eye on this one. Though if I zoom out a little bit, it doesn't look really nice, so I'll just try to double check this on a 5 minutes chart, how it looks like. So the same area on the 5 minutes chart, I'm not really interested in this. So what I'll say is, yes, you can keep an eye on this, but be a little on the conservative side, maybe a confirmation trade, nothing more than that. So that is where we have a supply zone. On the demand side, again, we don't have anything which is anywhere close by and looks quality. So yes, those are some of your demand and supply zones on this chart. We'll have to wait over a period of time. We'll have to wait and watch when the prices they come back into these areas, like we always do for the weekend sessions. So we'll also be doing the same thing for this. We'll keep it, we'll be tracking it throughout the week. We'll see how these areas of demand and supply they eventually work. Alright, so that basically covers the second one. I think two would be more than sufficient, because even if you're taking 2, by the end of Friday, we'll be having 10 scripts to review. So I think 2 should be good enough. 3 would be too many, because if you're now reviewing 15 scripts, it's going to be very time consuming. So let's stick with 2. Right, so that basically covers the 2 scripts for today. And again, if you want me to look into certain scripts, I just explained at the starting of the session how you can make that request. Just make sure that you're only posting the name of the script, nothing else. And if it is multiple scripts, just post it individually, not in one single post, because we don't put it into that wheel manually. So it's an automated process which we are using. So anything which is more than the script by default will be getting removed from that list, right? So just make sure you're following that rule. Alright, so that basically brings us to the end of today's session. And like I said, I like to keep these sessions very short and crisp, just about 10-15 minutes. That is what happened. And that is also the reason why the chat is disabled, because if we start with the chat, what is going to happen is a lot of questions, then the session gets extended. I want these sessions to be purely focused on where are the key demand and supply zones on these scripts which we are selecting randomly. So I'll be seeing you tomorrow now, where again we'll be picking some scripts randomly and identifying the areas of demand and supply on those scripts. So till we meet next, enjoy your Monday evening, right? A very good night to all of you. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow again. Until then, trade safe, take care, bye-bye.